What are some of the things that people get wrong with this exercise? Well, first of all, I've mentioned this one already, is they may start with tension on the band, but then when they step in too far and lose the tension on the band. And then they have to recreate tension. So number one is they lose tension in the band. Now that can be when they step in, or they could even start from this position and they don't even start with tension on the band. So we want to maintain tension on the band because that's going to keep tension in the muscles for as long as is possible, because what we want to be able to do, which leads me into the second common error, is they slide their feet. So they don't step, they slide their feet along. So that you can see I'm not actually lifting. So if I exaggerate, I lift up and I put down. I lift up and I put down. Lift up and I put down. That's how I want to do it. But what some people do is they will slide their feet. Now that tells me a couple of things. One, the band could be too strong, and when they lift, they aren't able to control it. So when they lift, it shoots their leg in because the leg's not strong enough or the hip's not strong enough. So what we want to be able to do is make sure we've got the correct band. Also, we want to make sure we haven't got too much tension on the band. So if we're going too wide and we've got a lot more tension on the band, that's going to cause a lot more of a problem. So what we want to be able to do is get, first of all, the right tension in the band. Now, these come as a set. This is the strongest, and then it's red, yellow, blue and green. So green's the lightest, black is the strongest. That's certainly in this pack of resistance bands. It may be different for different resistance bands, but basically we want to keep tension on the band the whole time, and then we want to be able to step, so we bring our foot off the floor and we step in. Now the important thing with this, if you watch the Monster Walks tutorial where we were talking about that, where we step forward, what we don't want to do is we don't want the foot to kick in and then go back out, because muscles not working and then it starts to work. It's a similar thing with this side step as well. When we lift up, we lift the foot up and we want to push the foot away. What we don't want to happen is to slacken and then go. We want to be able to maintain tension on the band, and then as soon as we step, it goes in that direction. So that tells me that the muscle's working properly at the top. And then again, it's exactly the same with this one. What we don't want to happen is it to pull me straight back in as soon as I lift my foot up. What we want to be able to do is lift the back foot up and control it inwards. Lift the front foot up, control it forwards. Lift the back foot up, control it inwards. So we want to be able to keep that control, because that's showing that there's control within the muscle as well. And then number three is the upper body. What you get some people doing is they rock. So they'll go like that. So they kind of use their upper body as the lever to lift their leg and control their leg. So they'll kind of rock, which is why I always mention hands on hips, shoulders level. So when we come into this position and we come across, and then we've got the tension in the muscles to be able to work the hips so it supports the lower back, because if we've got good hips, we're going to have a good lower back. If we've got good hips and a bad lower back, our lower back is going to be elevated because we've got good hips, because it's basically it is what the lower back sits upon. So if we've got the foundation right, we can then start building the lower back on top. And if you've liked any of this content, please do hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon, then you'll get notified when I release some more. As I've mentioned before, if you've liked the content, please do hit the like button, and again, it will help the channel and move it forward.